Hey guys, I'm so glad that you're joining us here today. We're going to go over our memory verse that we've been learning. Remember, we're starting this new series about Joseph, and we're talking about trusting in God. So everyone stand up and let's do our memory verse together. Are you ready? Our memory verse is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. You guys make sure you're standing up and say it really loud so I can hear you, okay? Here we go. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Hey guys, today we are going to talk about fear, and we're going to talk about how Joseph really had to encounter fear. And so here, you guys, I have a glove here, and as you can see, it reads fear. You know what? Sometimes things happen in our life that make us scared. And sometimes fear can be a good thing, but sometimes fear is not good. And so we're going to do this little object lesson here. As you can see, I've got two bottles here. I've got one that's full of water and one that's empty. The water in this bottle is going to represent faith. We know that the Bible tells us that we need faith to overcome our fear. So when we get scared of something and we don't have any faith, we don't have any water in this bottle, it's empty of faith. So when we don't have any faith, fear can come on us and it can absolutely crush us. It can keep us from doing the things that God wants us to do for our life, because fear will crush us if we don't have any faith. But here we have an example of somebody that is full of faith. The water in this bottle represents the faith that they have in their life. So when fear comes and we start getting scared about something, look at the difference. When we have no faith, fear crushes us. But when we are full of faith, we stand strong and we're able to get through the fear.
The Faithful Hall of Fame, Joseph. This is Joseph, who was the son of Israel and Rachel. He was his father's favorite, so his brothers hated him and sold him into slavery. You see, Joseph was taken to Egypt, and Potiphar, one of the Pharaoh's officials, bought him for his household. God was with Joseph, and he did well in Potiphar's house. Potiphar saw that God made everything Joseph did a success. So he put Joseph in charge of his whole house. And God blessed Potiphar's house because of this. Potiphar's wife saw how well Joseph was doing in the house, and she wanted to make him do bad things. Joseph ran away from her because he wanted nothing to do with someone who would try to make him do the wrong thing. This made Potiphar's wife angry, and she wanted to be rid of Joseph. So she lied and made Potiphar believe that Joseph had done the bad things that she wanted him to do. Potiphar burned with anger against Joseph and sent him to prison. While Joseph was in prison, again, he did well, and the warden soon made him responsible for all that was done there. God was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. When 2 full years had passed, Pharaoh was having unsettling dreams. Pharaoh did not understand his dreams, so he sent for Joseph. Pharaoh asked Joseph to tell him the meaning of his dreams. With God's help, Joseph told Pharaoh that the dreams told of what could come in the future, and he explained all the dreams to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh believed that what Joseph was saying was true. He trusted Joseph as a wise man. And he put him in charge of the land of Egypt, of Pharaoh's palace, and of all his people.
Guys, as we can see from this video, Joseph really had an opportunity to let fear grip his life. You know, we learned last week that God promised Joseph that he was going to make him a leader that people would bow down to him, that he would be that high of a leader. But then there's a series of things that happens in his life that can make him think that that wasn't really going to happen, that would make him lose his faith. But he didn't. His brothers sold him into slavery. That's not making him a leader. And then he goes into Potiphar's house, and you know what? He is. He's promoted and promoted and promoted, and he thinks that God's starting to keep his promises, and then all of a sudden he gets accused of something and he's in prison. And so he thinks, oh my goodness, when is this promise going to happen? But you know what? Joseph kept his faith. Even sitting in a prison, he prayed and he kept his faith. And we're going to find out how his faith is going to prove out that God always keeps his promises.